Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Mekboy Workshop. Now one of these right here, this thick boy, will cost you £25, fair amount of money. Let's just unwrap this first of all so it doesn't shine everywhere, and then we'll go through it. So yeah, it costs £25 and it is made in China, like most of their scenery actually. Don't be alarmed, it just means that they use a darker, I want to say cheaper, less detailed form of plastic. Still does the job, you're still going to be able to get nice looking scenery out of it, but they pride themselves, and they even put a big, Union Jack flag on there, designed in the UK, like anyone cares. It's not like Apple. Well, Apple have done it for a long time, haven't they? They've put design in California but assembled in China, in the big factory cities that they have over there. Anyway, it's just an observation. I never mean anything by it. There's no underlying opinion, but I think as a customer, you need to know these kind of things. Their paints and all of their other miniatures, like the new Ork releases, are typically made in the UK, but their books and their scenery are most of the time, with a couple of exceptions with the books, printed or made in China. But saying that, it shouldn't affect your enjoyment of the hobby. Anyway, it's quite misleading because you've got some Gretchen there, which I don't think you get with the kit, and also a Mekboy, which in itself is like £15, I think. It's a really cool model too. But let's have a look at the back. So this is what you make. I think the crane moves, and I think the engine moves on there. I'm not quite sure, but you also get the barricades. You get all barricades and this workshop. That's pretty decent. I'm all up for different scenery, especially from the Xenos races. We get so many Gothic Imperial scenery kits that it's a breath of fresh air when we do get something from, from a different race, basically. Unfortunately, it's in black and white, the instruction guide, as I think all the scenery instruction guides are from China. Quite straightforward. You just got to be careful of mould lines with these kits because of the, I say, harder plastic, less detailed plastic. The mould lines are kind of harder to get off. There's the rules. It is in the Ork Codex, I think. It's a power points cost of 4, and it's a fortification, and we'll go through the rules once it's built, as I normally do. So let's have a look at the kits. How many sprues do you get? I want to say 4. Yeah, I'm right. So no little models or anything like that in there. These are the barricades, quite big chunky barricades. Obviously you won't really need to build much onto these other than maybe the corrugated fences, if they do indeed include that. But you've got this here as well. This, look at the detail, fair amount of detail, but you can see what I mean by the darker plastic. I just so happen to have an Ork scrapjet right here, and I don't know if you can pick that up, probably not. But obviously the Games Workshop plastic is on the right and the China one is on the left, and there is a difference. It's kind of smoother where you expect more kind of level of detail, but once you spray it and shade it, it'll still come out pretty well. But that's one of the sprues there. Move that scrapjet out of the way. This is another one. I think engine blocks or something there, and funnily enough, like an Imperial Eagle kind of box of spare parts maybe. Another bit of barricades, another bit here, lots and lots of detail, lots of things going on. Again, this is why I'm very apprehensive about whether China could do this, especially with this plastic, because they've tended to go for the less detailed scenery kits. But they've pulled it off. I can only imagine if it was made in kind of resin, or if it's GW plastic, how much more detail they'll be able to cram on there. This looks like the accessory sprue, lots and lots of pieces, but this big Ork mech symbol here with the lights, and the big claw and a rip saw. This is the claw pincers, and the engine stack as well. That's pretty good, lots of detail still. And then another part of the the workshop, the big wall, and then there's the workbench, lots of detail there with big spanners and gears and cogs and screwdrivers, and a box of screwdrivers and spanners, all kinds of things there. Adjustable wrenches, heat shield masks, fuel cans, lots more spanners, the winch, I think, and the pulley system, lots of cogs and instrument panels and broken remotes, and a few details there on the other side. So lots going on in this set. 4 sprues for your £25. So technically you're paying slightly over £6 per sprue, but they are all different. You get no duplicates, so that's interesting too. Normally in scenery kits you get like 2 lots of 2, but yeah, they're all different, which is great. What I will do is go away and detach these from these sprues for most of the parts, but also make the Mekboy Workshop and try and get a Mekboy 2 if I can, and bundle him with this just to give you like some kind of comparison. And then I will do the review and go through all of the rules and things. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Ork Knob protects.